Hello, 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 family. This is your girl Stephanie, aka Edini Hastu Sapaba. Currently here just to do a random read, just get what messages maybe in the atmosphere for us on today. Any guidance? You know what I'm saying? Let's just tap in to the energy, see what we need to know for our highest good. I be having to decide whether I want to look at the camera or do I want to look at myself. You know what I'm saying? So I go back and forward. I am feeling a loving, a nurturing energy. I did bring out some of the earth energy cards for, additional messages. And also the divine feminine deck. So I am feeling, like I said, that receptive energy, which is, one of the messages that came out maybe 2 days ago. But receptivity was the word. And the Tao deck that I was using. So just the energy of flow. Was speaking about how now is not the time for, big action. It'll be counterproductive at this time. So yeah. So I feel like things, is still in the same theme. But let's shuffle this one more time. Divine forces of unconditional love, light, peace, wealth, health, prosperity, and everything good, lovely, and wonderful. Please bring clear and accurate messages for the collective. Please and thank you. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles in the upright. The overall goal of this reading is for you to be grounded within yourself. This King of Pentacles. Grounded amongst all of the lies and the deceit, perhaps even theft that may be going on around you. The fakery, for you to be able to take that leap of faith with the Fool card. And then the Ten of Pentacles right below that. Keep taking that leap of faith. Stay grounded in your journey to break generational curses. There may be a lot of shit around you, outside energy, which, explains the Strength card in reverse. Because for me, the reverse card can mean the opposite of the card depending on how I'm feeling, or it could be outside energy. I feel like there's a lot of outside energy that is attempting to drain you, to drain your strength, to drain, they're working out little ideas and bringing situations to you that drain you. They bring in situations to you that look like it's going to be productive or prosperous, but it's really just their way to sneak in to, maybe get some insight to use against you. They may be coming in acting like they're a spiritual being, they're a spiritual person trying to bring balance when they're really not about that life. So we have Leo energy here. High Priestess, I think that's Moon Cancer energy. But let's just double check. Let's be for sure. I don't have all those things memorized, and I am not afraid to get a book. It says the moon. The moon also rules Cancer. So it could be some Cancer energy here. The King of Cups, which is more water. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We have the Temperance card, which is the Sagittarius card. And then we have Justice. What is Justice? I think that is, it is. Libra energy, duh. I knew that one. I just had a brain for it, obviously. Libra energy. Okay. So, to be specific, according to the cards, not saying all, but there could be a Libra and a Sagittarius trying to drain your energy, trying to get you caught up in a situation. Could be water sign Cancer energy trying to come at you in a way that seems as though they're spiritual, but they're really not. It's not really going to be something that adds to you. And there could be a Libran energy that is, let's see, with the High Priestess card in reverse. Says, so these are just little side messages that could be. So there could be a Libran energy that's conceited, that's superficial, that's shallow, and has surface knowledge, but you know want to act like they are really deep, and they ain't. But this may be the image that they're trying to put onto you. That you're conceited, that you're superficial, that you're shallow. You know, just making you doubt your spiritual walk, your mission. But again, bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. Stay grounded. You know, the King of Pentacles is loyal, is nurturing, is protective, okay? So protect your peace, protect your practice. You know, obedience is what it said, what is on this card. Causes harmony and peace. Like, you're someone that want to bring harmony and peace. You don't like drama, conflict, competition. It says calms anger in anyone. You're that type of energy that wants to bring, again, the harmony and the peace to people's life. It hurts you to hear, you know, when someone is going through a tough time or things aren't going their way. You want everybody to win. But there's people around you that want to put forth the narrative that you're superficial, that you're conceited, and all of that shit. And it's sad, really. But stay grounded in your knowledge, because even the Seven of Swords after the King of Pentacles says knowledge of good and evil appeases divine anger, cures epilepsy. Appeases divine anger. Sometimes we have to divinely get mad, you know. Use our energies in a polarized way, not in a way of duality, being too far, but knowing when to go and when to come back, when to go to this end and when to come back. You have that energy of balance. other people around you don't. Like I said, you have the knowledge of good and evil. Be grounded in the knowledge that you have. You are adored, you know. God nurturing and maintaining everything. With the Fool card, you know, it says will and new beginnings assist with difficult and great undertakings. Spirit says, again, with the Fool card, make sure you take that leap of faith. Trust yourself. Yeah, there may be a lot of people around you that don't wish you well, but you have the knowledge of good and evil. You know, forgive them for they know not what they do. Stay obedient to your walk, you know, and know and will in new beginnings. You know, a space where you are appreciated, where you are loved, where you are adored and admired and exalted. I wouldn't say exalted, but uplifted for your positive attitude, for your harmonious and peaceful energy that you bring. For that to be honored, you know, not to be surrounded by people whose demons just cannot stand the vibration of your light. Let's get some more cards to clarify what we have down here. Spirit, thank you so much. Please continue to grace us with your presence and bring in what we need to know for our highest good. But you know, you're this King of Cups, you know. Look at that. Remember, we did see the Seven of Swords just in the deck here. But the two cards that are upright, which I attribute to our energy, the energy of the collective, whoever the subject of the reading is. King of Cups, it says restitution, finds stolen objects and discovers the person responsible. Right? So I feel like, and it says God seeing everything. I feel like it is going to be revealed to you. Whatever was lost and taken from you is going to be restored, and we have the justice in it, right? You will receive justice from these people. God, Source, Spirit is going to make sure you receive justice for all of the heartache and pain that you've been through. You know, all these people who may have, you know, blocked your growth, blocked love in your life, blocked, you know, your financial justice, who maybe put a freeze spell on you that wanted to, you know, halt your success. People that just did not want to see you be successful in life. You know, this could be people that you admire, that you see as a mentor, that you hold in high regard. That's trying to weaken your power, weaken your personal power, because maybe you are growing to the point where you are surpassing them. You know, because we have the Hierophant here clarifying the strength in reverse. However, you step into your power again. Trust your spiritual journey. Trust your spiritual path. I feel like everybody should develop their own individual truth, because one thing is not going to work for everybody. Just like when it comes to medications, you know, each person, their dosage may need to be different. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's been said that industry is corrupt, for one, and that they give more to the melanated community, more than what's needed. And sometimes that usually ends up truly being their demise. The medication that they take to get better. This medication is supposed to be healing them, but it's low-key, slowly killing them. You know what I'm saying? So, it's about taking back your power. Taking back the power to heal yourself, because the body is perfectly and wonderfully made. We just overload it with stress and not enough stress balancing practices. That is a line that I've been saying for years as a massage therapist myself. This is what I tell everybody. I've been saying this for over 10 years. You know, I've had my license since 2005. You know, so I hadn't had this knowledge behind massage therapy and all this time, so I'll just keep it at over 10 years. I feel like it's been probably a little bit over that, but yeah, that's why you gotta find your own individual truth. Find what works for you. Research the different herbs or different alternative medicines, you know, and find what works for you. Whether it's teas, whether it may be a spiritual routine of meditation and deep breathing. Honestly, I feel all of these things can work, you know, for anyone. There may just be certain herbs that tailor to something specific that you're working with. So I feel like all teas can heal, but some teas can heal you better, you know. But it's all about finding your own individual truth, not having someone breathing down your neck trying to tell you that you got to do the things the way they did the things because I said so. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to that toxic way of being raised when it comes to Black parents. Do this because I said so. Like, making you go against your intuition as a person, making you quiet down that voice that says, you know, this don't feel right, something's not right about this. We've been programmed to ignore that voice, you know, and I see the effects of it playing out. And not only myself and people around me, people that I watch on YouTube, even Miss Melissa Frederick, she has this, I was just seeing an old podcast that she did, and she was just, you can see the turmoil within her. She's trying to work through that brainwashing, that conditioning that was forced on her because her parents were in a survival state of being, a survival mindset. When you listen to her talk, and I hate to say this, I don't want to, it's not meant to, you know, down her in any way, but I feel like she has that good slave syndrome. Like, Melissa Fredericks is capable of, you know, her husband has achieved an amount of success, but she speaks over and over how she longs for being able to have someone give her a job description, tell her exactly what to do, because she's a good girl. She wants to get the gold star. You know what I'm saying? That I'm the good slave. Like, honestly, if I were to think, if she was back in the slavery days, she would be that person, that house ninja. She would be that house ninja snitching on everybody else because she's the good girl. She wants the gold star. I don't think she's ever thought of herself in that manner. But, you know, I'm looking at the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is about being comfortable in your solitude, in your own energy, doing the things that make you happy. You know, the funny thing about this Nine of Pentacles card is the words that's on here is completely against everything I know about the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is that independent card, you know, the single and loving it card. But it says here, what it says on this card describes what I was talking about when it comes to Melissa Frederick's submission to higher order. She needs someone to be over her now. You know, I understand being in submission to a higher power spiritually, but to put another human being ahead of you, thinking that they are more powerful. No, we're all one. We're all equal on this 3D plane. You know, just some people are a little bit more pliable and goes with the flow, and some people are more rigid. But it says submission to higher order identifies traitors and destroys their plans. You know. So I'm getting mixed feelings about the words on this card, honestly. But and that's the thing. I can't be rigid in looking at this. I can't be rigid. We can't be rigid in any of the messages. This is where the spiritual journey is taking us to. This is how you polarize things. You got to see the good, the different sides of the spectrum in everything. But remember to find your center. To remember to balance out the scales. Figure out how to balance out the scales at some point. You know, because at the end of the day, this is also the message of the entire reading. You know, someone's trying to throw you off or make you doubt your spiritual path. You know, and so in order for you to see clearly, you have to make yourself subtle enough so that you can hear the guidance and messages from your spirit guides, you know, so that they can whisper in your ear who may be for you and who may not be for you. That discernment, to give you that discernment. And destroying their plans could be you just not submitting to what they're trying to force onto you. Not submitting to them trying to make you doubt what you know in your heart. You know, so this could be looked at in many ways. The only thing that we have to do is continue to be authentic to our true selves. That's it. This is not about going to them and saying, what'd you do? No, it's about being you, no matter what. And so with the Hierophant here, which can represent, you know, big organizations and things like that, I feel like that energy is coming so to try to weaken those who are on the spiritual path. But I wanted to go back to that analogy with the house slave and everything with the Nine of Pentacles. It's about having that discernment to know who to submit to and who has your best interests. You know, all of that can be good, fine, dandy, and beneficial if you're submitting to a universal energy, something that's, you know, a universal submitting to a universal solution, something that can work for anyone and everyone, no matter how old they are, no matter what their skin color is. Like, I look and I search for universal solutions, you know. So even though you may not follow things exactly the same, it's still kind of on that frequency. You just may alternate certain things here to fit who you are. Because again, we're all different. Earth signs are different from water signs and fire signs and air signs. We all do things a little bit different. And then even those categories, 4 categories, go even deeper. They split into 3, and each of the signs may incorporate one of the elements. Like, so there's 3 earth signs. Like Virgo is like a more air earth energy. Taurus is more like a fire earth energy, and Capricorn is more of a water earth energy. I forget what directly crosses Scorpio. Taurus. So yeah, but let's get into the rest of the cards, and then we'll get into bottom of the deck, though, 6 of Swords. Moving on to calmer waters. And then the Sun card. Like, these cards just kind of fill out. It's the Sun card. You are getting the messages and the downloads. Maybe a stuck air sign energy around you that is wanting you to be blind to what's around you. Or maybe you've been blind to in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But there's, like I said, insight coming in. Maybe, there's information about a mother figure that you're going to be enlightened to. But just know that you're covered, you're protected, and you will move forward onto calmer waters if you stay the course. Stay that loving person you are. Don't allow anyone to put doubt into you. You have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Like I said, there may be actions, or people may be planning some things that, will make you feel betrayed because you were loyal to these people, but, they betrayed your loyalty by, doing some wild ass shit, again, trying to make you look crazy. We got the Knight of Cups in reverse, bringing in that fake ass love. Like, no. Trying to block your love. They may be going around saying shit to people, trying to discourage them. Okay, I just wanted to see, because we have the Page of Pentacles here. I wanted to see if it was connected to a specific earth sign. But I do see here reverse delays in physical development and maturity. And then it's clarified by the 10 of Swords. They want to delay you in your spiritual development, in your mental development and maturity with this 10 of Swords by bringing you this ultimate betrayal. But at the end of the day, like we said, you stay true to you. It's endings and new beginnings. I feel like they're at their breaking point. You may have been going through this for a long time. They are pulling everything out at this time, and their bag is damn near empty. You just stay true to you. Stay the course. Don't allow. It may be like 3 different people trying to work against you with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Stay grounded. Stay unbothered. Stay prayed up. Stay meditated up. Keep doing your protection rituals, whether it's, saging the house, saging yourself, just saging, using a Palo Santos, taking your spiritual baths. Just continue to keep your energy clear and just stay the course. You know what I'm saying? Because these people who are weirdos, is addicted to your energy, they're going to get their justice. You're going to receive justice for what they're doing in your favor, and they're going to receive justice that is not in their favor, because God sees everything. God reveals everything. You know, these people want to steal your joy. Exactly. Look at that. The ways of the water. We have here. And it's funny, I was talking about herbs. I didn't really do that on purpose. It just happened. Look at that. And then a card that looked like the sun card. And it says perseverance, bottom of the deck. Again, continue to persevere in love and light. Don't allow these people to make you depressed or to make you doubt yourself in any ways. Follow the ways of the water and just flow. Again, the next card says light, and that's white willow. So white willow may be an herb that you can, research online and, make a tea that will help you to just be in the energy of flowing. And then the next card is light in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Look, it has the sun card, all like caged up, it looked like. But the bottom of the deck is the sun just out and free. And the card underneath that, it says distill yourself. Again, so cleanse out your energy. Shift the wheat from the tares, you know what I'm saying? But we have light and darkness. So hold on to your light, even though there's a lot of darkness going on around you. And then we have we are one. That's why you don't want to wish evil on these people. Just pray for them, and continue to do you. Continue to walk by example, lead by example. Because when they see, like I said, their bag is almost empty. They're throwing everything they can at you at this point. And when they see that you aren't shifting, they gonna feel like that's what's gonna get them to maybe have the quickening that they need to begin to awaken as well. So the other herbs we have here is dandelion, so that may help you as well. We have St. John's wort, and then we also have quaking aspen. Okay, so these are some herbs that you can possibly research. Again, that's dandelion, white willow, St. John's wort, and quaking, Quaking, aspen. Excuse me, maybe you can research the messages of these herbs. I have the book right here. Maybe we can just kind of tap into it because it does have the page number. So 48. Dandelion is bold, bright, and sunny. And that's the bottom of the deck. Spirit wants you to continue to be bold, bright, and sunny, no matter how much these people try to put your light into darkness. Continue to be bold, bright, and sunny. It says she pushes through cracks in cement and worms her way into the mortar of stone walls cheerfully. Dandelion's medicine is perseverance, but not the perseverance of the martyr, like we were talking about with, Miss Fredericks, she wants to make herself small just so she can follow a list that could represent the Hierophant energy. She only feels comfortable when someone is telling her what to do, or when she's, seeking someone else's validation. But I can't really say that because she's not really martyring her. But low-key, she is martyring herself. She's not living to her full potential because she wants to stay within a box. And we are more than that. We are worthy to be the expansive beings that we are and not be stuck into a box. That's that brainwashing and conditioning that is the strongest witchcraft that there is and have been, put onto many people, not just melanated people. But anyway, instead, Dandelion is the eternal optimist. Like the Fool in the tarot deck, she's always happy to set off on a new adventure of hope, in hope of learning more and digging deeper. She's not an airy optimist, though, with no grounding in reality. Her roots are strong. She's the shaman and the Buddha, and her message is this: happiness is an inner landscape that has little to do with where you're planted. I'm going to say that again. Happiness is an inner landscape that has little to do with where you're planted. You can find happiness anywhere, even in the darkness. Continue to be the light in the darkness. Even in the hood, even in an apartment, even if you're living in a storage container and you found a way to make it yours. You know what I'm saying? Happiness is an inner landscape that has nothing or little to do with where you're planted. She's the shaman, the Buddha, the Christ energy, because those are all like Christ energies, right? It says, when you're ready to make your own joy, whatever life throws at you, call on Dandelion. I just saw something that I could use in this, but call on Dandelion. And honestly, I feel some way about the Miss Fredericks situation of wanting to be a good slave, or just have someone to do what they need to do, having to have the outline. But sometimes everybody has a role to play, and everybody can't be a leader. Some people have to be that worker energy. And so is it really just that bad that she, is a worker? That may be her role. I just pray that, she doesn't rain on anyone else's parade. And I don't think she does, because her husband, she likes to use the analogy of the string and the kite. She keeps a pull on the string so the kites don't fly too far or get out of control. And I know I'm still working on that. So I pray that Spirit gives me the clarity that I need. 124 for the White Willow card, the Ways of Water. So White Willow, it says most people think of willow as graceful and soft. And remember, we're in the yin energy, the feminine energy. A beautiful tree with weak wood. She's happy to let you have your delusions, period. Because that's what a lot of people think about, when it comes to women and feminine energy that is weak. Be happy to let people have their delusions. Okay, these people who feel like they can overcome you and make you submit to them and think that you're weak, they can try, but when you continue to let your light shine, be that bold, confident, and beautiful, what the dandelions, there you go, being that bold, bright, and sunny person, no matter what they do, no matter the darkness they try to put on you, you keep shining through because you are the energy of the willow. They think you weak, think you have weak wood, but you can let them have their delusions. But underground, she sends her expansive roots, questing for water, the element of emotion, which feeds her extraordinary flexibility. Don't allow people to make you feel guilty for being in tune with your emotions. Remember, we did have the King of Cups energy in the upright, which I say represents us, the collective. She sends her roots questing for water, the element of emotion, which feeds her extraordinary flexibility. Men don't really like to be in tune with their emotions. Hence the reason why they can't be flexible. They operate out of duality versus, polarity. They are rigid, But that's why we need that balance. Because even though we're women, we have both masculine and feminine energy. Even though, they're men, they have both masculine and feminine energy. They just leaning completely into the masculine energy because that's what their outer appearance, dictates. But we have both within us, and the true aligned being, that's within the one, since we are one. When we merge those two energies, we are one, full and complete being. It says, Willow loves to dunk her feet, sampling the flow of feelings, tasting anger and joy, sorrow and sass. Again, that's that balance. Pliancy allows her to have great empathy without becoming overwhelmed by the emotions of others. Instead, they flow through her like water. If you find yourself armoring up to handle high emotions, call on Willow to teach you the ways of the water, the ways of just flowing, the ways of having pliancy, allowing that pliancy to allow you to have empathy for those people trying to overcome you, but not becoming overwhelmed by their emotions or lack thereof, or their high emotions in a rigid way. Don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed by that. Instead, continue to flow like water and be like water, so that their emotions, all their rigidity, they just flow through. You flow through and around them because you're like water. They're rigid and you're water. You find a way over and through. Stay consistent in that energy, because water is very powerful. Water can cut through a rock. If it's continuously flowing, it can cut through rock. It can cut through cement. Just like life, just like the sun said here. So continue to persevere and be that bright, bold, and sunny person. Don't allow these people to put your light into darkness. And that's what we're going to go into with the St. John's wort 116. Sorry. Truth? Question mark. St. John's wort is scraggly and scrappy, completely lacking the charisma one would expect from an herb reputed to tame depression in a single bound. They trying to put you in a depressed state by making you doubt. But St. John's wort cures depression. So that may be a good reason why that herb may be good for you at this time to make teas out of. Maybe that can be part of your spiritual routine in this season. Like, you may have to switch it up, because once you overcome the depression, why you still drinking St. John's wort? Maybe you just need to be in one with your emotions, and then so you have the white willow herb. You drink that to be in the flow. But being in the flow, you could probably mix these two, the white willow and the St. John's wort, because, this helps to cure depression, and the white willow will help you to balance your emotions to just flow, and throw a little dandelion in there, okay, to help bring out that bright, bold, and sunny, joyful happiness energy. This is, I'm trying to see if I got me some, I know I have dandelion. I don't know if I have St. John's wort. Like, this is a tea that I want to make, throw a little honey up in there. When you make your teas, you can always put that honey in there to add the sweetness. Black pepper is really good to add to your teas because it helps with the absorption of said herbs, whatever herbs you put in there. But let's kind of continue here. But that's her beauty. She's a magician and a thief, not the belle of the ball. She knows how to steal the heat from summer's solstice sun, hold it in her flowers, and make it last all winter. Make it last forever and ever. Know that I love it. Ooh. So Spirit says, grab onto the joy. Continue to hold that joy. And hold it within your DNA so that it can last through the times of coldness that you may experience from other people. Death, in the winter, that's when a lot of things die or appear to die, because they spring back up in spring. It says, this is her greatest trick, bringing light and warmth to your darkness by helping to recreate the electric leap of synapses firing and energy moving along. Call on St. John's wort when you need a sip of sunshine so you can find your light in the darkness. That's beautiful. Remember, the King of Pentacles was the bottom of the deck, and the Perseverance, the Sun card. Dandelion is the bottom of the deck. So maybe, if there's suns, the sun is always shining, even though it's behind the clouds. Go outside and get you some sunlight. Put your feet in the ground to help ground your energy. And then we are one. What is this? 128. It's right after the white willow. It says, we are one, quaking aspen. It says, despite the trembling of her leaves, aspen isn't really scared. How do I know? Because deep underground, all the aspens hold hands. Your strength is deep within you. Your spiritual practice, you've done the deep internal work to align you with the eternal life that you want. Again, they may think you are weak, but allow them to have their delusions. They will see when you remain steadfast. It says, to our eyes, aspen trees are individuals, but in their roots and hearts, they are one. Look at the picture. Know that you have your spiritual family, and that you are not the only one fighting this battle. There's other people fighting this battle for you. Your spirit guides, your spirit, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the ascended masters, your ancestors. They are all fighting this with you. You're not alone. So hold on to your light in the darkness. Allow people to have their delusions and think that you're weak, when in all actuality they're weak, because they are unable to stand on their own. They don't know who they are to stand on their own 10. They've allowed other people to define them. This is not mere metaphor. Aspens grow in what's called a clonal colony, seeking out underground suckers to find a lovely spot to sprout a sister tree. Aspen groves are among the largest and oldest single organisms on the planet. Wow. I'm going online today to see if I can find me some quaking aspen, some St. John's wort, and maybe some white willow, because like I said, she already has the dandelion. But I want some of these. Period. Get some of this ancient energy, because this says the oldest single organism on the planet. When you see aspen quivering, it's often with laughter. Come on, we gonna laugh at these bitches trying to conquer us. It's laughable. Just like White Willow says, let them have their delusions. We're just gonna continue to be the light in the darkness. They try to encompass us with. We're going to remain light. We're going to continue to persevere, continue to weigh and distill ourselves, make sure that none of their negative energy has seeped into our pores. It's often with laughter. She giggles gently at the human race, who seem to have forgotten that deep in our roots, we too are one. So these people attacking you, they're really attacking themselves. At the end of the day, they are attacking themselves, because karma is karma, whether you believe it or not. Okay? It says, Aspen asks us to root into this sense of connection so we can let go of our fears. So it says, when you see aspen quivering, it's often with laughter. It's not because she's scared. Because deep underground, all aspen hold hands. Because deep within her, she knows that she's covered. She knows that she's not in this battle alone. You know that you're not in this battle alone. So laugh. Ha 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 ha. Not like that, but laugh in the face of these people who, try to conquer you. Like you on my level. You are a human being. You are a human being. Why is you trying to conquer me? No ma'am, no girl, no sir. No boy. So we have Zhao Zhujing. I don't know, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. For the Divine Feminine Energy card, it says, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Continue to walk in the ways of water and to just flow and keep your mind clear so that the way can be clear. Your path through the BS could be clear. 158 is the page. I turn to 153, right at it pretty much. Come on. It says Zhao Zhujing embodies the unwavering tranquility that exists deep beneath the turbulence of our daily thoughts, the thoughts that are being imposed on us. It is the unwavering calmness, the unwavering tranquility that exists deep beneath the turbulence. Zhao Zhujing was a 12th century Taoist mystic and poet. And remember, I spoke about the Tao card that we pulled maybe 2 days ago, which is the energy of receptivity, the energy of yin, of flow, just like the water here. So it's all connecting in a way. There may be turbulence around you. They may think that you're weak. Allow them to have their delusions. The night before her son's birth, she had a dream that she was immersed in a red mist. This is a very auspicious sign in the Chinese culture. The title given to her as a master was Free Human of Mystic Peace. Free Human of Mystic Peace. The emphasis in her poetry was the power inherent in stillness. That's that receptivity energy. You have to be still to be able to receive. Come through, Spirit. You have to be in the stillness, in the emptiness, the quietness, in order to be receptive, to be in that energy of receptivity, to receive the messages, that energy of peace, so that you can clear your mind, so that the way can be clear. The secret of the receptive, she writes. It's literally what it says here. The secret of the receptive, she writes, must be sought in stillness. That's what I was just saying. The way, or Taoism, is a spiritual practice of clearing the mind so that when we take action, it isn't from the ego. Like these people who may be trying to attack you, they're attacking from the ego. We're not going to do what they do. They want to conquer you so that you can, but we're not doing that. We're not going to do that. So I'm going to read that again. The way, or Taoism, is a spiritual practice of clearing the mind. Again, the way. Taoism means the way. So if you never heard of this different principle or tradition, practice, you don't have to be Chinese to practice Taoism. Explore different things, because as I always say, spirituality in life is just like a puzzle. You can't see the entire picture from one piece of the puzzle. And that's what, the powers that be, or big organizations, they only have a piece of the puzzle. They don't have all knowledge. No one knows everything. So we have to do the research and seek, because every different part of the world offers you a different piece of the puzzle that you can put together and realize at the end of the day that we are one. But you gotta do the work to put the pieces together, though. But It says, spiritual practice of clearing the mind so that when we take action, it isn't from the ego, it's from the source of life itself. The pedestal of awareness is steady as a boulder. Zhao taught that meditation allows us to disengage from the surface drama the ego can invite us into. When these people talk or talking shit to you or maybe wishing dumb shit on you, just go into a state of meditation, of stillness, of clearing your mind. When, someone may be yelling at you and doing all kind of shit. Go into stillness. Find your peace so that you can clear your mind so that the way can be clear. Hold on, be that light in the darkness. Meditate on the light. Within that darkness, they're trying to spew onto you. And just because you're not yelling back, they may think you weak. Be the way of the water. Allow them to have their delusions. She often refers to the moon in her poetry because this was the symbol of the eternal sky, or the freedom we can reach if we stop looking at the light and the shadows the moon casts and see the moon itself. When your soul selects her card, it says, Albert Einstein reportedly said that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Clarity only comes from clarity. There is a peace and calm that exists far beneath the constant banter most of us listen to all day within our minds. Jungian, I think that's how you spell it, or Jungian author Clarissa Pinkola Estes calls it the river beneath the river, the way of the water. White willow. It's the steady flow of the universal life force that wants us to reach our goal if we can only get still enough to merge with it, to merge with the river beneath the river. It's so funny, I'm wearing blue today with the water. I rarely wear this color, don't have a lot of it. Come on. Wu Wei. I like Wu Wei. Wu Wei in Taoism translate as doing nothing. Doing nothing. The stillness. It's a sacred feminine art. Receptivity. It's a sacred feminine art of trusting the force of life that exists within us all. We are one. The sacred feminine art of trusting. It's a sacred feminine art. Doesn't mean that men don't have it. Trusting is a sacred feminine art. But it exists within us all, just like there's masculine principles that exist within us all. Anyway, Zhao mastered this spiritual practice by calming her mind and experiencing the still center. Remember, I was telling you earlier in the reading about finding that center, finding that balance, balancing out the scales, that center energy. That's at the eye of every storm. If you think of a tornado, the most calmest place, they say, the most common place that you'll ever experience is that in the center, in the eye of that tornado or the hurricane is almost equivalent to heaven, if that even exists. Finding the still center. Hold that in your mind. Meditate on that. If people are coming at you in every direction, go into meditation on that ass. You ain't gotta argue. You mad. I can't argue with you. Look at you. Look at you. You mad. You big mad. I'm happy. Leave me alone. I'm happy. Y'all remember that song? It says, thou is a call for us to be still. Energy of receptivity, right? To do nothing other than shift our awareness. Come out of the current state of mind we're in before making any moves or decisions. She reminds us that we only want to take action when what is moving us is the force of love at the heart of everything. Soul voice meditation. Enter the heart and ask to experience stillness. Repeat the mantra, I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. Maybe that is the active, meditation you can go into when people are yapping at you. Enter your heart and ask to experience stillness and repeat the mantra, I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. The intention here, just like the card says, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. That's what I have for you guys. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to do a video after this one and go into my Tao deck and see what message comes from it. I'm just going to pull one Tao card because those messages be long. I did not expect this message to be this long, but it just be doing what it be doing, and I be letting it do what it do. You feel me? All right. So I'll get all that preparation done. Let me go ahead and end this video. Family, I love you all. And until next time,